I know you will not accept this. At least as human beings, we cannot think of something that we will treat only for physical pleasure. That is why we don't use this word shag very often and treat the word almost like slang. But reality tells us a different story altogether. Yes, take a look around and you will find that many people treat robot partners as, I don't want to use that word again, but you are intelligent enough to understand. So today we're talking about a fascinating topic. Will we treat robot partners as, well, shag? Essentially, the question is, will we see them as mere objects for physical pleasure, or will they become meaningful companions? We've all heard the term robot partners or even love dolls, but what does the future look like for us when it comes to relationships with artificial intelligence? And how will we treat them? Yes, the way AI is moving forward, this question is, of course, pertinent. To start, let's dive into what's happening right now.
Before we proceed, let me tell you one thing. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And if you have already subscribed, tons of thanks for your support.
We are already seeing a rise in robot companions, especially in the form of love dolls. These robots are designed to provide intimacy and physical companionship. However, the idea of treating them as shag goes beyond just using them for pleasure. It brings up a bigger question. How will we emotionally relate to these machines in the future? First, let's talk about the current trend. There are companies who are already building robots with advanced AI that can interact, learn, and even simulate human-like responses. The goal isn't just physical intimacy. They're designed to be emotionally engaging, too. But the question is, will we begin to see them as more than just objects? Or will they stay as tools for pleasure? There's been some research that suggests people may form emotional attachments to robots, even if those robots are designed for physical purposes. A study from Dr. David Levy, author of Love and Sex with Robots, argues that as robots become more advanced, humans will inevitably form romantic relationships with them. Although this idea sounds futuristic, Levy makes a compelling case. But let's slow down for a minute. Will people treat robots like shag, or will they actually build genuine emotional connections with them? To explore this, we need to understand how humans view intimacy. Right now, there's a divide in how we think about physical relationships. Some people treat intimacy as purely physical, while others see it as an emotional experience. If you treat intimacy as just physical pleasure, then yes, robots might be seen as no different from any other tool. This could lead to more objectification and less emotional connection. But on the other hand, if intimacy is viewed as an emotional bond, the dynamics shift. In that case, it's not just about using the robot. It's about creating a meaningful relationship. Now, some researchers like Sherry Tickle, a psychologist from MIT, argue that humans are increasingly developing relationships with technology. Tickle's research, particularly in her book Alone Together, highlights how people are already forming emotional attachments to virtual entities, like chatbots and AI assistants. This is especially true for people who feel isolated or lonely. It's not a huge leap to think that this emotional attachment could extend to robots designed for companionship. It's important to recognize that we are not simply talking about inanimate objects anymore. As robots get smarter, they'll be able to simulate emotional reactions, understand human needs, and even adapt to our personalities. If this happens, could it lead to more respectful, even meaningful relationships, or will we continue to view them as tools? To help answer that question, let's break down a few possibilities. Firstly, some people may just want robots for physical interaction, with no emotional attachment. They're viewed as products like any other piece of technology. Secondly, as technology advances, it's possible people could begin to develop real emotional connections with these robots, just like we do with pets or even virtual companions. Thirdly, and it's crucial, what if treating robots as mere objects starts to affect how we treat human relationships? There's an ethical conversation happening about whether robotic companionship could dehumanize us, or whether it could help people build healthier emotional lives. Moreover, it can directly influence our human relationships. Besides, it's also important to note that not all robot companions are designed for physical pleasure. Some are made to provide emotional support or even just friendship. As robots take on more roles in our lives, we may see more nuanced relationships emerge, beyond just physical attraction. Ultimately, the way we treat robot partners will depend on how advanced the technology gets and how we choose to engage with it. Will we treat them as Shag, objects for physical use, or will we form deeper, more complex relationships? Time will tell, but it's clear that our future with robots will likely change the way we think about relationships and intimacy. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. If you liked the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Keep watching Wooden Slate. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.